Morning.
Morning. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Good. Tired for some reason. Not sure why. You can probably.
Oh, that's not good.
No, I slept a lot, but I don't know. Just tired. So
I hate that.
you're at home today, Mickey?
No, working the late shift.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Yes, I just got my shower and still need to do my hair and stuff. But
Good. Congratulations on
Thank you.
your diamond rank. That was a big deal.
Woo.
I had to give you a shout out for hitting diamond because that's such a huge accomplishment. So
yeah, it feels great. I hope I keep it now. So still trying to build and make sure it doesn't crack. But
yeah, it's definitely a game of eyeballs and continuing to add people to keep it solid. So
yeah, it'll happen.
it will definitely happen. Okay,
Go
so
mute the baby monitor. Hold on.
okay, no, you're fine. You're fine. It's already recording, so I just have a few announcements. I thought I would kind of go over, and the first one was, well, it's July 1st, and then I wanted to give Vicky a shout out for hitting diamond. We've had several coaches hit emerald. I don't have a full list, so I really want to give like everybody a shout out. So once I get that list, I'll do that. Super Saturday is on the 25th, so that is the weekend after Summit. And I know it's so easy for, like, I've been guilty of saying, like, you know, I'm not going to go, there's just too much going on. But honestly, like, I didn't really believe what I did had, I don't know how to explain this. What you do has such a big impact on your coaches. So if you go and you encourage them to go, then they're more likely to go. Like, for example, this last one, I decided last minute to go, and Irish and Jen Rice went with me, and they decided to come to Summit because they went to that. And had I not, you know, gotten out of my own way, because I didn't need to go. I mean, it was fun, but it wasn't really for me. It was for them. So you have to start thinking, what do I need to do to get my team on board? And they may not go at first. Like, you know, you may have to go. Like, I had to go to Danny Johnson. You have to go to these things, and then they will eventually kind of join you. It's like they're watching. I don't know. So I highly recommend, like, look in your area. It doesn't have to be far. You know, even if it's a local one, reach out to some of your local coaches, talk to them, see if they want to go with you. You know, maybe you guys could even, like, carpool or room together, whatever. So that would be really fun. Like, one time Melissa and me drove down and we like stayed together, and that was really fun. So hopefully we can kind of do like something like that again. Also, Team Cup. There's a Team Cup challenge in August, so that'll be really fun. I know, like, that's still, like, our minds aren't even really thinking about that, but I just kind of want to plant that seeds and get us, you know, start thinking about that. Who do you want on your team? Start talking to people, kind of getting ready. And that'll be fun. That's always like a really good push. And there'll be more, you know, I'll put more information out as it gets closer, and kind of if somebody needs a team, you know, we can like team you up together or whatever. We'll kind of, and there can only be one diamond per team. So like Mickey, you will probably have to head up a team, or you'll be the only. So that's cool. But so we can't like have like all diamonds on one team. But hey, Megan. Okay. So upcoming group. So the 10-day starts on Monday. I know some of you guys, you know, are new, and some people are going to watch this recording and they're, you know, you're still learning, and that's okay. Like, don't feel overwhelmed. And also, like, some people don't do the 10-day. There are different ways to do this. There's free groups. There's 5-day groups. I am still doing the 10-day group because that's what I learned, and it works for me. It doesn't, I'm not saying it's wrong for anyone else. It just works for me. So I have a 10-day starting on Monday. So far, I have 2 people for that group. So I hope we can get some more people in there, because it's going to be really quiet.
I got my box ready to go.
And I know it's like very inconvenient with Summit. I mean, I totally get it. I should have, I mean, I'm being totally honest with you guys. I probably should not have even, I should have just said, you know what, we'll just skip it. But I didn't. So now it's gotta do it. So anyway, so that's coming up. The 30-day group will be at the end of the month. So it will be like on the 27th. So that should give us time to, like, you know, all those people that are going to want to order size, we can do like a size group, kind of get them plugged in. Maybe we can do a cash prize. I really thought that was fun. Like, our group has gone really good, like with that cash prize. And $10 for a coach that has few people know that's like nothing. That's like no big deal. So that's what I'm thinking about. Then this month for the Success Cup prize, if you hit 5 or 10, you can pick from a cup, like a plastic cup, or a mug, or a bag. So that's really cool. So you hit Success Cup 5, not only do you get all the other perks, but you can and then just to quickly go over the challenge pack, it's the 21-day fix again and the 21-day extreme. It's marked down to $140, which is $70 off. So like some of you understand the value of that. Some of you are still kind of, as you're learning, but that's a huge value. That is such a big deal. And they get $2 shipping. So it's just really, really a good deal. The other really good deal is the Quick Start. I think it's called that. Can somebody correct me? What is it called? The Jump Start, Quick Start?
Jump Start.
Jump Start. And that comes with a 3-day refresh. So that one's $180, which is a really good deal as well. So anyways, those are available. And you guys probably already know this, but just in case, I wanted to like put that out there. And so that's pretty much all the announcements. And I'm just going to do a screen share and kind of go through my PowerPoint. And hopefully I'll teach you guys. We've got some stuff for like leaders, up and coming leaders. We've got stuff for new coaches. So it's a little bit for everybody. And we all, like, no matter what level we're at, we can all learn and grow. So does anybody have like questions or anything as of right this second? Or you want me to go ahead and go on with the PowerPoint? No? Okay. Hold on. Okay, so I'm going to cover, I want this off of here. Hold on just a second. I don't want my face on here. You guys can talk, but I don't really want to see, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to talk about KPI and also social media tips. So a KPI stands for Key Productivity Indicators, and it really just helps you to know, am I moving my business forward? Because with this business, it's so easy to get wrapped up in, I want to be here. I want to be, a diamond. I want to be a 5-star elite. But we forget that we have to focus on what's in front of us this month. Like, what are we doing this month? Are we hitting the goals that we need to hit so that we can get to that big goal? So I think it really helps you to focus on, not get overwhelmed and just focus on the today, just like it comes down to the vital behaviors and all that stuff. So this just helps you every month to look back and say, am I doing what I need to do to hit my goals? Okay, so some examples of, and look, hold on, okay, hang on. I don't know why. Okay, I was taught this by Summer early on, like, when I was kind of like became a leader, and it really helped me to, and it's going to change. So it's a monthly measurement to see if you're achieving and hitting your goals. I kind of talked about that. So you set your own goals. Like, don't, look at everybody else's. You can look at theirs and you can use them as examples, but your goal may be 5. Somebody else's goal may be 10, and maybe their goal is to add 2 new coaches and yours is to add 1. There's no right or wrong. It's just, what do you want your monthly goals to be? Like, if you're working full time, you're not going to be able to invest the same amount of time. So your goals are going to be different. Okay, so some examples for, this is more for like new coaches, and I kind of broke it down by rank. So hitting Success Club 5 or 10 every month, adding 4 new customers in the 10-day, or maybe that's, again, how I covered earlier, whatever group you run. Adding 3 new customers in the 30-day, adding 1 new coach. So these are all things that you would need to do monthly. And I would recommend that you write them down. Write them down, put them by your desk, and every month, it just feels good to say, like, I did that, I did that, I did that. I'm moving my business forward. And look at those every month and say, okay, is my team growing? Do I need to change this? Do I want to push myself? And then adjust or keep it the same. Like when I was a new coach, really my main goal was just Success Club 5 or 6 and adding one new coach a month. So that was my focus. That's really all I kind of like, that was my measurement. If I was doing that, I was okay with that. Because we all know, like, in order to hit Success Club 5, you have to have 3 new customers. So, okay, so at Emerald rank, some ideas would be focus on hitting Success Club 5 yourself, because it all starts with us. We have to do what we want our coaches to duplicate. Now at Emerald rank, you start to have a team. Sometimes those are not, maybe they're discount coaches and they're not ready to build. If that's the case, you can't do anything about that. You go back to your own KPIs and you focus on that until you find those builders. If you have builders, then you teach them the value of hitting Success Club. So you, like an example of changing your KPI would be like, I want to hit Success Club and I want to help one coach hit Success Club. So that becomes your new focus. And you can't do it for them, but you can encourage them and share the value. And I mean, you guys kind of just like encourage them. Also at Emerald rank, you need to start tracking your volume. So if you're not familiar on how to do that, you go into your back office. And I recommend this for any coach because it's exciting to see, when you have other people building on you. Because like new coaches don't realize like how it kind of builds and stuff. So I highly recommend that you go under my business. I think it's my volume. I can't remember right now, but go in your back office, look around. It's under volume. And you need to be tracking your right and left side so that you know, okay, this is my strong side, this is my weak side, and then you can set a weekly goal. So for the month, if you know, for example, like your right side is your strong side and it's, let me go by weak side. You want to focus on your weak leg, not necessarily building, but when you're tracking it. So say your weak side is 200. Well, your KPI, maybe you make that 300. Does that make sense? Are you following? So that way, again, at the end of the month, you can say, actually, I do it every week for that. For my volume, I look at it weekly. So you can do it however you want, but I look at it weekly and I have a set goal of like what I want to achieve. And again, you don't have control of this, but it helps you mentally see, okay, I'm moving in the right direction. You're mentally tracking it. You're seeing that you're making progress. So just keep an eye on that, set a goal, and then it's fun to look at it and say, hey, I did that. I mean, not I, but my team did that. We did that. Okay, it's also a good indicator that your team is growing. So if, you are used to hitting, we'll just use an example, 1,000 a week in volume on your weak leg, and all of a sudden it's at like 5. Like, that's kind of a red flag. You need to kind of look around what's going on. Again, you can't do much about it, but you can be aware of any kind of situation that's going on. It also helps you to know, where do I add new coaches? Where do I need to build? You want your volume to be equal, because you would think mentally that you would want it to be like a 2-to-1 ratio. But if you focus on trying to get it even, then it will balance itself out. Like 1 week it'll go like this, and 1 week it'll go like this. And trust me, I mean, like I've tried every different way, and all the top coaches are saying you want it to be equal. So really work on building that weak volume to hit to where it's almost equal. And that takes time, All right, so diamond coaches. So here are some examples for you guys. I hope I'm not rambling too much. All right, so again, hit Success Club 5 or 10. Lead by example, because what we do duplicates. So now at diamond rank, your number of people that you want hitting Success Club goes up. So now you're helping 2 to 4 PS coaches hit Success Club 5 or 10. Again, you track your week leg volume. You have a goal. You want to see if you're hitting that. And I check that weekly. You could do that monthly, but I just look at it every week. You want to be adding 1 to 2 new coaches a month. I feel you should add at least 2 new coaches a month as a diamond. But again, these are yours, so I'm not going to make them for you. Just my recommendation. You also need to be reaching down in your team and helping non-PS coaches hit Success Club. So if you have someone come on and they are ready to build, your job is to help them, because volume helps you. And, you know, the culture of this team is we help each other. So, but there are a lot of teams that don't help. If you're not their PS coach, they don't help you. And I know that's not us, but I just want to really remind you to pay attention, look in your downline, find those people who want to build and work with them. So why KPI helps. So again, I kind of covered this in the beginning. It helps you to focus on the small things that will help you get to your big goals. It'll help you feel accomplished. It'll give you a smaller goal to shoot for every month. So you'll have to keep adjusting your KPI as you move forward, but it'll just really help you feel successful and just give you like, I don't know, just give you like set goals. Like, this is a business, I need to achieve these goals. So anyway, all right, social media tips. So a lot of you guys already know this, but again, trying to, I really want to help our coaches. So I wanted to throw this out there again, and we can all use some tips too. So, and again, I'm not perfect, but these are the things that I've learned that work the best. Ooh, it's hot in here. I don't have my AC on. Okay, so you need to be posting at least 3 times a day on Facebook during peak hours. So you want to make sure they're spread out. You don't want them to be like, you know, post at 9 o'clock and then I post at 10 o'clock and then I post at 11 o'clock. That's too close together. You don't want them to be more than 2 hours together. So you want them spread out. So my suggestion is to think about when your target market is online. For my target market, that's usually 9 a.m., noon, and 8:30 p.m., and that's all East Coast. So really just kind of look and see. Just be aware. Like, if you post something at 7 a.m. and it does really, really good, then your market's on at 7 a.m. So just pay attention and learn what time is best for you and start posting during those times. If you need help posting, use apps like Buffer to kind of help you along with that. The reason you want to keep posting on Facebook regularly is because it makes you more popular on Facebook. It boosts your Facebook score. So basically, like, if you posted a video, Facebook loves short videos. So if you posted this video and your popularity is like through the roof now, because it doesn't matter how many people liked it, for some reason it just makes your stuff like more popular on Facebook. So say you posted a video at like noon. Well, that evening, it would be a great time for you to post your ad, or post like a Transformation Tuesday, or, you know, anything that's gonna promote your business, because you are high on the popularity scale. So now your advertisement, your post is gonna show up in more news feeds. And that's exactly what you want. Even if they don't click like, they saw it. And it's kind of like, it's advertising. People need to see it over. Think about like when we see advertisements, you know, we see them over and over and over again. And then we finally like, fine, I'll try it, you know? So it's just kind of like, think about it like that. If you don't post regularly, if you post like once a day or every few days, not that many people are going to see it, and it's going to feel like no one's liking your stuff, and it's going to be frustrating. So really work on posting regularly. It really will help you. I used to I'm not as good about it now, just being honest, I'm not, but I used to have timers on my phone, and it would remind me, like, you know, especially at 8:30 at night, you don't want to miss that window, because that's when most people are online. Okay, so you need to be true to who you are. So be yourself, be real on Facebook, but remember that this is your storefront. So this is your business. This is your marketing campaign. Be careful what you put out there, because if you are going to attract what you put out. So if you put out negativity, you're going to attract negativity. If you put out positivity, you're going to attract positivity. Think about what kind of people you want to attract, and start putting content out there that's going to appeal to those kind of people. Again, being true to yourself. But if you were hiring a marketing person, they would probably not put some of the stuff we put, and I'm just as guilty, out there. So just think about that. Think about this is your marketing campaign. So I want you to think about who your target market is. You know, what are your clients like that you want to work with? What do they look like? How much weight do they have to lose? You know, like with Joy, are they teachers? Are they moms? How old are their kids? Really like get a mental picture of who they are. And most likely they're going to be just like you. You know, you're probably going to be marketing to people who relate to you. Like if you have boys, moms of boys, and things like that. So talk to those people directly. Like, so when you're advertising, when you're doing stuff like that, try to like talk to those people specifically, because you can't reach everyone. So you have to kind of find that niche. Okay, so Facebook hates links. So when you post links, Facebook will basically hide your stuff. So whatever algorithms and stuff like that, whenever they see a link, they like that means less people will see your advertisement or your post or whatever it is. So if you post a recipe, you're better off posting the link in your comments. And you don't have to do it this way. I'm just telling you, because Facebook is smart. They want people to stay on Facebook. They don't want them leaving, so they like hide posts with links. So a lot of times I'll post the link in the comment section. And everything I'm talking about is more for your personal page. So links are a little bit different on like pages. So I'm just mainly focusing on personal pages for right now. Let's see. Don't be salesy. So you're not Beachbody, you're not Shakeology. We're all guilty. I mean, if you look back 3 years ago to my posts, I had, you know, anyways, I like cringe. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, so don't feel bad if you did this, because we've all done it. But remember that you are branding you. You are not Beachbody. You are not Shakeology. Those are tools that we use. Those are products that we love. Now, if you're like, you know, I'm out the door, I've got my Shakeology, I'm so thankful that I have something quick and easy, you know, on my way to work, that's totally different. There's nothing wrong with that. Just don't post, you know, I'm doing 21-day fix in Shakeology, here's the link to order. That doesn't work. And yeah, don't do that. So, okay, excuse me. The other thing is you want to create kind of like a mystery. You know, you want them to know what you're doing, but you don't want them to know exactly what you're doing. So if you tell them, you know, I mean, you can, but I feel like if you tell them that you did your workout and you know, it creates like, they're going to send you a message. They're going to be like, what are you doing? It starts conversations. So sometimes a little mystery is good. Like you can still tell them sometimes, but I think that it's better if there's that mystery, so they can say, hey, what are you doing? What's in your shake? Or something like that. The other issue is if you say like, I'm doing the 21-day fix. Well, you just told them what you're doing and they'll just go and order it on Amazon or Craigslist or whatever. So you want to get that conversation started so that you can build that relationship and you can show them what we offer. It's not just that product. All right, so you are branding yourself. Again, they want to work with you. You need to believe in yourself. Like, believe that you are a good coach. You know, I know it's really hard at first, and you know, we all kind of go through that, but you do have good qualities, and I want you to think about those qualities and just believe in yourself. Those people that are talking to you, there are people who can relate to you, and they're not going to relate to someone else on the team because, again, they want to work with you. So anyways, just be true to who you are. When possible, try to post one original photo every day. So, you know, like you can either create like a word, like a quote photo, or maybe you take a picture of yourself working out with a timer and put like a motivational quote on it. Or maybe you took a picture of your kids or whatever, but try at least one time a day for one of those photos to be a photo that you created, that either you took the photo of or that you sat down and you actually created on your phone. And then again, videos will boost your engagement like crazy. I mean, a lot of you already know that. Facebook likes short videos. They just really promote them. And again, they don't like links. I'm just kind of covering the same things. Okay, here's a big one for new coaches. Don't share other people's stuff. So when you see a photo that you like, common courtesy is click like. You know, you saw it, you should like it if you like it. But save that photo and then repost it as your own. So the reason is because when you share someone's photo, you're basically promoting them, and all your followers are now going to go and follow them. And that's nice. Like, you know, we like each other. And sometimes I do that because I am trying to help that coach, promote that coach. But when you're a new coach, you want your own, you're promoting yourself. You want to boost your own popularity. So save the photo, repost the photo as your own with your own like quote or wording or whatever it is. I highly recommend not copy and pasting because your voice is different from other coaches. Now that doesn't mean you can't copy it. Maybe change it to sound like you a little bit, edit it a little bit, and make it your own. Because you can do it, but people are not going to respond. And I know this because I've done it. Like, I've copied and pasted, and people do not respond as well because they know when it's you or not. They may not realize it's not you, but I don't know. I don't understand how they know it, but it's just true. So use the example, reword it, make it like you, and just save the photo and make it your own. If you want to share something, then at least put something with it. Like, you know, some kind of wording with it when you share it. I don't know if that makes sense. Some of my favorite photo apps are PhotoFi and WordSwag. So those are the two apps that I use a lot. I use those probably the most. I love WordSwag because you can type in the quote and then you can just like, I don't know, you'll have to check it out. It's really cool. If you need some things to post on your page, since we talked about posting 3 to 5 times a day, if you'll go to Google and type in fitness motivation, or fitness inspiration or inspiration, all kinds of stuff will pop up for you to post. So just save those photos and then you can just have them available when you want to post them. Or if you're really high speed, you can put them in Buffer and go ahead and schedule them so you don't have to worry about it. I don't like to schedule a whole lot of stuff in Buffer for my personal page because I forget. So then I've got all these posts going and I can't remember whatever, but like when you're at work and you can't post, it's really, really helpful. So, okay, I gotta turn the air on, but I'm afraid you guys won't be able to hear me. All right, so remember to weave inspiration, fitness, and your life onto Facebook. It could be whatever you want it to be, but you need to define what you want to achieve. Like, what is your goal on Facebook? What are you trying to do for your followers? You know, yes, we're trying to build a business, but most of us, like deep down inside, our goal is like for me, my goal is to uplift, inspire, and encourage. And I tell myself that all the time. I'm like, I'm here to uplift, inspire, and encourage. And my posts need to portray that. Like, I try to sprinkle in me and my family because it makes me real. It makes me approachable. But I don't want to put negativity and, you know, Debbie Downer stuff out there all the time because that's not my goal. Like, my goal is to uplift them, not bring them down. So that's pretty much it. I probably went way too fast, but hopefully I covered at least some good tips. And then I'll open it up for questions. We can talk about this or we can talk about other stuff. This is the problem. I never know how to get it back. Stop share. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna unmute you guys and open it up. Y'all have anything you want to talk about or questions or stuff? Hey, Melissa.
Was I off mute?
Oh, I just unmuted you. I gotta turn my air on. I'm dying.
Okay, like with the posting regularly, that means not too often. if you guys are home and can post every hour, I went from not posting at all to posting like every hour because I thought that's what I need to do. And then I came across as, oh, she just sits on Facebook all day. So that's another thing you guys need to be careful of too. And now I only post. I'm babysitting this little doll. Isn't he adorable? Sorry. Um, but just enough to where people know that you do sometimes Facebook, you're interested in people. But like I don't put my whole life on Facebook. You guys know I'm doing stuff all. So when somebody tries to
Hold on, Melissa. Wait.
Oh.
Maybe talk closer to the mic. I don't know if it's the background noise or what. I'm having a hard time.
There's no noise here.
No? Okay, it might be somebody else. Okay. Anybody? No? Anyone have background noise? Is it you? Okay, it was like, okay, try it.
That just not to post all day, even if you are available to post all day, like every hour, because then it looks like you live on Facebook all day.
Sure.
And then people say, they're like, well, I have stuff to do. I can't be on Facebook all day like you. So I went the opposite. I went from not posting at all to trying to post every hour because I thought I needed to. And then I had that backlash. And so now I only post a few hours a day. I wish I posted more often, but people know I don't even put what I do all day, and everybody knows I'm busy. They know I'm busy. I'm doing something with my kids. I'm having fun. So people they can't use that busy excuse with me anymore. Oh, I'm so busy. I'm like, trust me, you're not as busy as I am, and I still make it work. And nobody questions it because they know she's out having fun. She's out doing good things. And then if you guys use one of these solutions and it doesn't work the way you hope, keep moving, keep finding something. Like Buffer doesn't work for me because I have a lot of people private message me, a lot of stuff with Fit Club. And if I put up a post and then I didn't respond to these 3 messages or my clients in the challenge group, then it makes me look bad. Like, oh, you're just up for posting about fitness and all this other stuff, but you weren't able to answer my message. So Buffer doesn't work for me. But I have to set alarms, just like Jen said. Like I seriously have to set alarms. Everything she said, I have stuff saved on my phone. So find what works for you guys. Like take her ideas, grab somebody else's ideas. But I know, like at the beginning, when I would get suggestions, if they didn't work, I'd just be like, well, this isn't for me. This isn't working out. I'm just, and I would get stuck and not want to move forward. So I just encourage you guys to keep finding a solution. All right, I'm gonna mute myself.
You don't have to be quiet. I gotta unspotlight you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
So you talked about helping non-personally sponsored coaches move ahead and grow. So how do you find a balance between helping those that aren't personally sponsored, but mentoring their sponsor instead to help the people below them? Does that make sense?
Yeah, if they are trying to grow their team, then you want to focus on the PS coach. I just mean like sometimes there's coaches that their coach isn't active.
Okay.
Now, if you have a new coach who has a new coach, it's harder for them because they don't really understand. So maybe like do like a Zoom call and kind of work with them together, or talk to your new coach and make suggestions so that she can, because you don't want every time that new coach gets a coach for them to come back to you. You want to kind of push them to a system like the new coach training, or like how I do with you guys, like you'll ask a question and then I'll send a video or whatever. So I'm always pointing people back to a system or a third-party tool because I don't want them to be dependent on me. System dependent, not person. Like anyone can duplicate it. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense at all. But
yeah, thanks for clarifying.
As far as time, I don't even remember what call or whatever, but you have to like remember to focus on personal business first. So like if you've watched summer stuff about buckets, like you have business organizational and you have business personal. So business personal would be your own invites, your own follow-ups, your coach shares, anything that's going to add new blood to your business. So the new growth. And then business organizational would be like team calls and answering team like messages from your PS coaches. And it's really easy to get caught up as a new, like especially as a new diamond, to go into management mode. I was talking to you, and sorry, you don't know who I'm pointing at. I'm like pointing at Joy. I was talking to her about this in a message. Now I remember. But so easily we go into management mode. Like we hit diamond, and then we because it's a lot. You know, you're learning, you're trying to help new coaches. So you've got to find a balance, and you've got to be really diligent with your time. And so when you get on and say you only have an hour, you need to focus on your own business, personal first, get that out of the way, and then turn your attention to helping coaches. Because if you don't, you're teaching them to do the exact same thing. You're teaching them to I don't know if that makes sense. You want them to keep building and growing and focusing on Success Club versus, because they're going to duplicate exactly what you do. If anyone wants to jump in, like seriously, Melissa, you know what you're talking about too, so jump in. I mean, so do you, all of you do, but.
Just sprinkle the love around. You can tell which ones are hungry for it, which ones aren't. Just always make yourself available. And I think that's, like Jen said before, that's just the culture of our team. It doesn't matter how many people below me need help. I'm always going to be available. Jen's the same way. And you get that vibe as soon as you come in. Just kind of check in. Like I need to make some type of contact with each one of my PS coaches each week. And then you can just sprinkle in their other PS coaches. Like I know off the top of my head which of my non-PS coaches are trying to grow, but their coach isn't really as active. So that's it. You'll get a hang of it, of who needs more help as you go without getting overwhelmed. I hope not. You get overwhelmed, Jen?
Not now, but at first I kind of did. But it's like a transition, because you kind of learn, how to point them back like in a nice way. Because at first I wanted to help everyone, and then you start, as it grows, you can't, unless you want to work all the time. And so you have to start like pointing them towards other, or point them back to, like, for instance, if somebody comes to me, this happened recently, I have to point them back to maybe their upline diamond. Say, hey, like I want to help you, and like maybe you can watch this, but you need to let your upline diamond know that you really want to build, because they don't know. Like you have to tell them, because they don't know that. So always point them back, not in a negative way, but anyway, I know you're not there yet. But the other thing that really helped me was I have a sheet. I think it's in that leadership. Some of you have access to a leadership file, and basically it's just a simple spreadsheet, and it has like focus coaches, non-PS focus coaches. And I know at first you don't really need that. We're running out of time. But it's really good to get in the habit of like writing down, who are my focus coaches? And every coach you have can have your help, but I don't message every single coach every week, because not every coach needs my help. So I'm focused on the ones that are walking the walk. Like if they say they want it, they're not doing anything, I'm not going to keep dragging them along. But I did at the beginning, because that's, I wanted my diamond. So anyway, well, we're running out of time, and I don't want to keep you guys too long. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go, and then we can talk again next week. I really enjoyed seeing you all. Bye.